is everybody else.
Everybody
except me, I'm just trying to be myself. Everybody else is everybody else.
I'm just trying to be myself
except
right
me,
now.
I'm just trying to be myself. Everybody else is everybody else.
Everybody.
Except me, I'm just trying to be myself. Everybody else is everybody else. Except me, I'm just trying to be myself.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Vega411. We have Keon Torres. He's a hip-hop artist and an actor, and he's here today to discuss his latest ventures, music, acting, the business, and he's here to also, we're going to play a game. So let's bring him out. You see, he ain't here, but we got to bring him in magically, so you know the rules, guys. Here we go. What's going on? Hey, it's Keon Torres, ladies and gentlemen. Keon, what's up, Keon? How you doing?
Good, brother?
It's
How's
good seeing you.
everything?
It's good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Brother.
So Keon Torres is in the building. Keon, this is the first time we've been on doing this interview. I mean, I met you at the LDM radio.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I met you. So thank you for coming to the show.
No doubt. Thank you for having me, bro.
So I know you have been busy. You've always been doing 10,000 things. I check you out on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that. You don't only do music, but you're also an actor.
Yeah.
How do you manage to do so much in 7 days of the week?
It's all about multitasking. Multitasking, people always remember that. I'm a firm believer in multitasking, so I'm I like being productive. So if I'm not doing music, I want to do my acting stuff. If I'm not doing acting, I want to do my modeling stuff, my photography, my videography. I just like staying busy, and I feel like everybody who's independent should just stay busy and just keep active.
That's absolutely true. Not only that, but you have this slogan called realistic verbalize.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
I got a funny story about that.
What does realistic verbalize mean to you,
so
especially for the industry?
This is going to be kind of crazy, but I made it up during high school, so I was taking a shit. Sorry.
That's where you get the good
And I was
ideas.
because at the time when I was in high school, everybody was saying, real talk, real talk. So I was the real talk era. So I was I'm going to say real talk, but I want to do it my own way. So I was realistic verbalize.
So basically, whenever you have an idea, you end it with realistic verbalize.
Yeah, so
what does it mean? It's just basically
it's just real talk.
It's another way of your version of saying real talk.
Exactly. So it's and it's my thug life now, because every time anybody sees me, they're gonna be like, oh, realistic verbalize. That's my thing.
I get it. Let's talk about your first album, which is I cannot believe it. You had 15 freaking tracks on the album, right? Yeah. 1412 the album,
Yeah,
which you can get it available on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. So make sure you support all independent artists.
Cop that.
But my question to you is, Keon, 1412, right? Aside from what 1412 the album is, but as an independent artist, why 15 tracks, knowing the way the music industry is, where everybody now wants to only listen to maybe 2 or 3 tracks? Why take that leap of I'm gonna just do 15 tracks? Because I think I could do it. It is what it is.
I guess because I'm real old school with it. So I just I grew up on real hip hop music, like Eminem, Nas, Tupac, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and they made over 20 tracks, 21 tracks on one album. So I was this is my first album, so I want to make it stand out. I wanted to tell my story, who Keon Torres is. I just don't want to just make music for people to just bump to. I want people to understand this is who I am. 1412, I based that off an anime show. That's and the anime show is called Case Closed in America, but also Detective Conan in Japan. And there's this character, his name is Phantom Thief Kid, which is another one of the titles of my songs on the album.
Right.
And I was just inspired by his whole style and how he's a genius, but he's a jokester, and that's how who I kind of am. And I just love Japanese culture so much, so I was this is fucking dope. Let me just be inspired by this show and just base my music with my real life and just combine it in two.
How did since you say you've been inspired with Japanese and the culture, have you ever got the chance to go to Japan?
No, not yet, but I want to live there.
Okay, you want to live there? Okay,
I want to marry.
How is the culture different from here?
It's just, I feel they're more advanced, and I'm a futurist, so I see things forward instead of backwards, because I feel people dwell in the past too much and just have these old ideas instead of focusing on new ideas, because I feel we just move backwards instead of moving forward.
Right.
Society is just stupid as hell.
And 1412, like, where did that inspiration of the title came about?
So if you look at 1412, it's especially if you put a slant, it spells out kid. So I still look like a kid, but I'm old as hell. Yeah.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
1412.
KID.
1412. Okay, fine.
So it spells out a K.
Oh, if you really look at it really clear, it's basically saying kid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. You know, we're gonna put it on so that we're gonna show them 1412, then they're gonna look at it. Okay,
yeah, so everybody always calls me a kid, especially when I'm in the club trying to talk to a chick, especially if she's older than me. She's like, "Oh, how old are you? You look like you could be my son's age." I'm like, "Yo, I'm a grown ass man. I don't know what you're talking about."
You don't say I'm 1412?
No. Then I really sound like a kid.
They're like, okay, you're calling, you trying to pick me up with a bad pickup line?
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's just from my album.
I'm like, you just buy the album.
They're like, listen, everybody else is just everybody else. I'm just trying to be myself. That's it. That's it. Your track. Everybody else is just
that's actually going to be my new album, A Genius in Disguise.
So that song, Everybody Else, is
it's a new single. Yeah.
Okay, but the ones that are on it, like No Help and Socialize, which those two singles are like your most popular singles. If you check out Apple Music, you can see he has a star next to it. If any artist want to be like, what does the star mean? I don't understand yet. Well, it actually means that it's popular.
That's a big deal.
You know, so when you get a star on your track, that means that it's the most popular one that people are either downloading, streaming,
and I'm eating off of.
Buying. You gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But No Help and Socialize, they're like the most popular ones on Apple Music. The video Socialize, which I checked out your YouTube. And it's like the #1 most viewed video, 7.8K.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why those two songs gravitated to audiences out of 15 tracks that you put out?
So crazy story about.
I want to know about that.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So crazy story about Socialize. That wasn't even like a song that I wanted to make. It was just a mistake, a beautiful mistake. Because like we really just used the Socialize sample for like one of my shows, just to like for me to like come out to.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yo, I'm really feeling this, because my DJ producer, shout out to DJ Smiles, and he was like, yo, let me like fuck with this. So he like mixed in the Beastie Boys sample and the other sample we got. And I'm just listening. I'm like, yo, let me write to this. So I just started writing. I was like, oh shit, this shit is fire. I was like, yo, let's make this something. And then shout out to my boy Chris Evans. He directed the music video, and it was just like he made it like stand out. And I was like, yo, this is fire.
How many days did you shoot it?
It took 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
Okay, and with the song Socialize, like, what is the inspiration? What is the song about?
So it's basically about all of us independent artists. Excuse me, I just smoked one before I got here, so if I'm like stuttering, my bad.
You come on the show, it's all natural, like it's all home. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just being honest with the crowd. Love y'all people. But back to Socialize. So Socialize basically is about like us independent artists. Like we need to promote our music. Yeah. You know, it's not easy for us. We're not famous yet. Like it's not like we have like a whole team to like promote our shit. No, like we struggle. Like we have to like fortunately, hate the S word, but spam like a lot of our friends, the community that we know. Like, yo, check this out. Like we're really like this is our art. This is our work. Like I want to do this as a career. So I feel like all of us independent artists, we just need to be heard, and that's what basically the song's about. And some people get mad, but like they gotta understand the hustle and the struggle.
You mean like when you send them like, hey, promote my music?
Exactly. So I'm like, it's a double-edged sword, but I feel like if you're really passionate about your art and you want the whole world to hear, you got to do what you got to do. And like, cause some people make money off of it.
Well, it's your business.
Exactly.
It's like, that's your job. You have to like spam everybody's DMs.
But I made money. Like a shit ton of money off that, especially with Socialize, because Socialize is my most streamed, my most viewed. It's just like I ate a lot thanks to Socialize. Well,
that's good. Yeah. And making more tracks. And on top of that, also like the new song with Everybody Else. I've seen the video. Like everybody else says everybody else. I'm trying to be myself. Yeah. It's very catchy. That's gonna be on your new project.
Yeah, A Genius in Disguise.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit more. We're gonna also talk about acting. So we still got Keon Torres here. So make sure you check out more of Vega411. Don't go anywhere. So we'll be right back. This news is for my horror fans. Are you a fan of Chucky as much as I am? Well, guess what? Not to fret, because this summer, make sure you get your family, friends, and maybe your lovers to go out to the movie theaters on June 21st, 2019, because there is a remake of the 1988 version of Child's Play. Somewhat remake, somewhat reboot, some parts that are new, some parts that are old. All I gotta say is that you just gotta go to the movie theaters on June 21st to watch the Child's Play remake, directed by Lars Klingberg, and guess what? We have a trailer, so let's roll the tape.
At Caslin, We believe that happiness is about more than entertainment. It's about being known, understood, loved. Introducing your new best friend.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Chucky?
I'm a fan of Chucky, and if you're a fan of Chucky, make sure you go out to the movie theaters on June 21st, 2019, and get your tickets right now on Fandango. The trailer is already out, so I hope to see you guys, and maybe we could talk about it on the next episode of Vega411. You never know. Let's get back to our scheduled programming. We're back with Keon Torres. Keon Torres, everybody else is everybody else. I just like that. I wanted to do it. When you got here, I was like, I wanted to be like...
Yeah, that's the jam.
The video, how did that come about?
Oh, so the video, I was my first ever. I directed and filmed that music video. So check it out on YouTube right now.
Over there. Okay, so you produced and directed it and edited it.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of people in the video.
Yeah.
So were they your friends?
Yeah, some of them were my friends, some of them were like my DJ's co-workers, so like but a lot of those people I grew up with.
Okay.
So it's really cool to have them like collaborate with me.
That's good. That's really good. Not only do music, aside from music and producing and being a hip hop artist, because you performed in different events, like different venues, like how many venues you performed at?
Shit, but it's crazy. Like, since a lot of venues are shutting down, a lot of those venues, like I performed at, like I did shows there, but it sucks. Like the venues are closing. It's just we need to like support the art community better. But you know, I feel like New York is a very greedy place.
That's why they always say, you know, you never make it around your own town. You gotta make it somewhere else, right? Do you believe in that?
Yeah. So like Tammany Hall, Webster Hall shut down. Like it's just crazy. A lot of these venues, Greenhouse, Whip, like those were clubs and also performance venues. Like I did shows there as well, like when they used to be popping. But it just sucks. Like all those venues are shutting down, and it hurts the artists.
Yeah, it hurts us because how are we gonna make money?
Exactly.
See. With acting, so you went from music into acting, right? Now you've done like a lot of extra work, but you also do film work and things like of that nature. Yes, how did you maneuver your way into like doing the acting? Like, did you start doing a lot of extra work? Because for people who watching, like who are trying to start it in the game, who's like an actor, and they're like, well, how do I start? Should I do extra work? Should I get trained? What was your go-to method in terms of getting into the acting world?
So, like, I was always into acting. Like, when I was, like, a young kid, like, me and my uncle, we used to just do, like, random movies. Like, I made, like, a horror zombie movie, like, when I was, like, around 8. So, I was always into, like, acting, and, you know, I was always, you know, inspired to always do it, but never, like, take it serious, because music's my first passion.
Yeah.
So, but eventually, I was like, you know what, I need, like, another side hustle. Like, how can I get into acting to also help out my music? Because, which it has. So at first, my first big thing I did was I did a nationwide commercial for Truth, which aired during the Grammys and Super Bowl of last year.
Wow.
So they put me under like a whole SAG contract and all that. So that shit right there just changed my life and gave me a whole different perspective about acting and how like artists like us can do that to help us make money and pursue our dreams at the same time. I hate the word dreams, by the way.
Why?
Yeah, I just feel like dreams is just like, I don't say follow your dreams, I say make it a reality. Because whatever you want to do, just make it a reality. Don't like just be in La La Land thinking of something like having a fantasy, not make that shit real.
Yeah, so but do you believe in like the most passionate things that you believe in, like even if as you say dreams per se can become a reality?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, but like just don't think of it as dreams, just make it happen, make it a reality. And I've seen like not just for myself, but I've seen like people like I grew up with, like they're doing what they have to do and they're achieving what, you know, what their goals always were.
So you've done a lot of working with like a lot of actors who are also in the game. like I've seen pictures with like 50 Cent. You did like a picture. He was
I actually did
and-
his show on BET. 50 Cent show. It was the first episode, and that was a great experience.
Okay, and then you've done a couple of other like actors you've seen in the business. Like, can you mention like some of the actors that you met that you was like, oh my god?
So I did like a lot of Netflix shows. So I've done The Punisher. I didn't meet the actual guy who's the Punisher, but you know, the scene on the episode, I believe it's episode 13, I believe, on season 2. And it's just like I believe from Key and Peele, from Friends from College. I did that show. I hope I got that right. Because I don't really watch TV. I just be on TV. Yeah, because I don't even have a TV. Because I'm always out and about. So it's just, you know, whoever I meet, it's just, you know, at the end of the day, they're still regular people. Like, I don't really care about, like, meeting famous people unless, like, you know, it's somebody that inspired me. Like, if it's Eminem, I'm like, oh, shit, it's Eminem.
Oh, she's amazing. I like Eminem. He's like one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, hell yeah. So he's the reason why I make music. Because we had, like, a similar life, like, both of us, like, growing up. But, yeah, so I'm like, if it's people like that who, like, inspire me, I'm like, yeah. But if it's, like, random celebrities, I don't really care for it. They're just regular people at the end of the day. And, you know, I just be on set, do my job, and just clock out.
As an actor, is it important to be represented in this business for someone who's trying to come into the game? Because, like, a lot of actors who are trying to get their feet in the door, it's very hard, especially when, like, a little tidbit for people who don't understand. As an actor, you know, you do theater or you could do films, and then some are, like, union and non-union.
Yeah.
Is it important for an actor to be represented, for example, like having a manager or being part of a like SAG, like Screen Actors Guild? Can you tell any of your experiences about that?
So right now, I actually started my OK30, which is basically I'm eligible for SAG. I haven't joined SAG yet because I've been so spoiled all of last year because of the commercial. They put me under a SAG contract. So there's like different levels to this shit basically. But right now, I started my OK30, so now I'm doing SAG work, which is basically you're SAG for 30 days. So you can do SAG work on set, like either extra work, stand-in, or just principal work if you get, you know, that opportunity. So, you know, there's different levels, and I always tell actors, you know.
So OK30, when you mean like OK30, what is that? Is that like a trial before you get into SAG?
That's what it basically is. Yeah.
Okay, so because I never heard of that. Like I never heard of like OK30.
Yeah, but you gotta get your three waivers first.
Right, because a lot of the actors like nowadays, people are like, oh, I want to know about the SAG. Like I have a friend, like she is a dancer, and she's like, oh, I qualify for SAG, and I'm like, well, girl, what do you mean you qualify? Well, I just need like to pay the fee. Yeah. I'm like, well then, bitch, pay the fucking fee because, you know, if you be in SAG, what's $4,000? I was like, well, I mean, hey, but then there are some like actors where they're like, well, you know, it's not really necessary to join SAG because a lot of the jobs now are more non-union than SAG, and then a lot of the SAG people, when they are SAG, they're like, well, we're not getting enough jobs because there's more non-union than SAG. Is that true?
That is,
or it's like a yes and no.
It is a yes and no because I feel like when I joined SAG, I don't just plan to do like background work. Don't get me wrong, I still get feature work as well.
Yeah.
You know, and you can do that, especially if you're non-union, because that's what happened for me. But once you join SAG, you have so many like perks and benefits, and then you want to aim higher. You don't want to just be background. Like if you're SAG, there's so many big opportunities, and you can make a shit ton of money. If you're SAG and you get like a big principal role, we're talking about like 6 figures here, or probably 7.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
How come production companies or any non-production companies, people who want to hire, who are just independent, have issues with trying to hire SAG people where they rather hire non-union? Is there a reason for people who are coming with projects but like, oh, that person's SAG, oh my god, I have issues
because it's a budget. That's what it basically is. Like, you know, a lot of productions, they can't afford certain shit. Because, like, I've been on sets where there was no SAG people at all, and we're just non-union people working with the main principal. Because the only person that's SAG is the principal actor.
Well, that is true.
Yeah. But, you know, I say, you know what, join the union because besides just getting money, it comes with health benefits. You get the best health care, from what I hear. I even heard of SAG housing. It's just, there's a lot of perks and benefits. And, like, you can get smoke pay, wet pay, snow, blizzard pay. It's
a lot of different rules. That's why a lot of, like, production companies and independent contractors doesn't want to deal with the SAG actors because there's so many things that go. Like, if they're doing a project, they're like, oh, I gotta pay them at this time. Then I gotta like put them on lunch at this time.
Yeah.
But in non-union, when they're like, when do we go on lunch? Oh, we still got more hours to film. It's like,
and they gotta take you close to home. Like they gotta take you to like a safe zone like destination. So they drop us off at like 34th Street Penn Station, and by the time we clock out, once we get off the bus, they count that as our hourly rate. Yeah.
Well, if you don't do SAG and you're a theater actor, you can always do equity. So
I heard about equity too.
Equity's for a lot of theater ones, and then SAG is for like film and TV.
Exactly, yeah.
What is your advice can you say about to those people who are watching now who are trying to be in the game and as an actor, SAG or non-union? What can you tell them?
I say just, do your homework, look on like the right websites, make sure they're official, because there's a lot of scams out there. Beware of scams, beware of like unestablished like managers or agents, because they're just trying to use you. Find an agent that's established if you're going to work with an agent, but definitely join the union. Definitely join the union. What
was your most highlighted thing in your career in terms of film and TV that you would never forget?
It has to be the Truth Nationwide commercial. That really changed my life, because that day I made principal actor money.
Yeah, those residuals keep on repeating.
Like for the whole 2018, I made money just from that 5-second commercial where I just like spoke for 5 seconds.
But that was part of a SAG job, right?
It was, yeah.
But you're not SAG, but you got involved in it.
But they have SAG contracts, which I didn't know about. So they
made me confusing because it confused I don't understand
me
like because me, I'm not non-union, and I've been part of like some SAG, and so people are like, well, why have you ever been in SAG? I was like, well, it goes either way. Like either you on a speaking role on a SAG project. Or you get 3 waivers.
Exactly.
It's either of those two. That's
so
it.
Yeah, for me, for example, like I automatically was eligible because I had a principal role on the commercial since I spoke.
See?
Yeah.
So if you're a part of a SAG job,
yeah,
and you speaking at a SAG job,
yeah,
you automatically qualify.
You automatically qualify. That's correct.
Okay. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So if you ever
I didn't think it was possible. You never know. Like,
you still pay your dues. You still do a lot of non-union work as much as you can.
Hell yeah.
Don't discredit it. But make sure you know what you're getting yourself into.
And by the way, the commercial I did before, like it like went nationwide, it was just a pilot. So they just paid me like a regular rate, and then they called me back and like, hey, you got to sign mad like SAG contracts.
Wow. Yeah. So what else are you working on in terms of like acting? Like what is coming out?
So right now I'm just doing like a bunch of like featured like background work, and like right now I did The Code the other day, so expect to see me on that. I also did the show Blue Bloods and FBI.
Okay.
I had like feature work on that too. So if you watch those shows, you might see me.
And music, are you working on a second album?
Yeah. It's called A Genius in Disguise.
Is that coming out this year?
Hopefully.
So it's in the works.
It's definitely in the works.
Are you interested in open collaborations, features that you're working on in this project?
So the thing with me is like I'm really like iffy about features, and it's not like against the artist. It's just like I'm always busy all the time, and I don't want to do a half-ass job on another artist's work, because I believe in putting like 100% like whatever you got. But like right now, since I'm doing so much, it's just really hard for me to do features. But don't get me wrong, like once like things like are more easier for me, then I have all the time in the world to do features.
Right. Because you never know, somebody right now watching a hip hop artist, a singer, whatever, like, yo, I want to work with you. Like, well, how can they get in contact with you?
Oh, just Instagram, Keon Torres-1412. Everything else, Keon Torres. I'm not hard to find. I'm the only Keon Torres in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we still got more with Keon Torres, because when we be back, we're gonna play a game.
All right.
I like playing games. I love like getting like juices flowing, getting real fun, having a good time. So we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. So we'll play a game with Keon, and there's gonna still be more with him. All right. So don't go away. Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Vega411 on all social platforms right below, right here. My name is Jesse Vega, and I see you guys soon. Back with Keon Torres. I wanted just to pull your leg with that Tinashe, so don't worry about it. That was fun. You gotta check it out. It's an up segment before that. But we're gonna play a game. So I love playing the game. So my favorite game that I like to play is Heads Up. So you already know, you gotta like try to make me guess the word that's on the screen.
Oh,
and we're gonna also put the word on the show.
Alright, cool.
So for example, like down is when you get it correct, up is pass if I can get it. So I'm gonna do an example, and you're gonna help me guess the word that's on
But without saying the word.
Right.
Yeah, I actually played this before.
Okay.
Right, I know what I'm doing.
So, you ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to do superstars because Keon Torres is a superstar. And here's how we go. So help me guess all the biggest pop culture celebrities. Help your teammate guess as many stars as you can without saying any part of the name on the card.
Sweet.
And without rhyming.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to go first. And down is to go correct, back is pass.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll play this one right.
Training Day. American Gangster.
Denzel Washington.
Yes. Next. Had his Comedy Central talk show.
David LaChapelle.
No.
Martin Lawrence.
No.
Fluffy.
It was all about politics.
Really?
All right, next one. So before Obama, there was.
Before Obama, there was Bill Clinton.
No, it was in between. It was Bill Clinton and
George W. Bush.
yes.
Oh.
Next one.
Hurry.
Next one.
Come on.
She's from that show on USA Network. She's Latina.
Bad.
Damn.
But at least I got 3 guys. What did I get? We got Denzel. I didn't get Haley Ball. We never got that. Jon Stewart. Oh, the Daily News with
Yeah.
George W. Bush, Dakota Johnson, Wendy. I would have never got that. Okay, so it's your turn. Last
Okay.
round.
How you do when you get
Down
it right?
is correct. So-
Okay.
And pass is back.
Gotcha.
Oh, she got them apple bottom jeans.
Flo Rida.
Yes, down. Not Michael.
Michael Jordan.
Last name he's not an art. Last name is one of the blank 5.
Jackson 5.
Okay, so the last name is Jackson.
Joe.
Okay, wait.
Cheeto.
Last name Jackson. He's an actor. He's black. And his last name is Jackson.
Pass.
Pass. Damn, that was bad for me. Do it again.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, he was an Aquaman, the actor.
I forgot his name.
And he was also Game of Thrones. What's his name?
I forgot his name.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass. 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 Oh well, guys, this is not working out.
Yeah.
But at least we got Keon Torres in the building.
Hey,
All I
man.
gotta say is
I'm better at telling who it is than fucking guessing.
he got
who it
2
is.
out of 3. But I guess we could say it's a tie. Listen, Keon, it was fun playing this game. All I gotta say is, how can they find you on social networks? Tell everybody what else you're working on in terms of everything from acting and also music and your album.
So right now, I'm working on my Genius in Disguise album. So check that out when it comes out. Also doing a bunch of acting work. So if you see me on a Netflix show, a movie, I was there. And yeah, I'm just grinding every day. I also do photography, videography work. So if you want to collaborate, you want me to shoot your music videos or take your headshots, portrait shots, hit me up about that. And just, let's work. And you can find me on Keon Torres on Facebook, Twitter, Keon Torres 1412 on Instagram. You can check out all of my stuff on Instagram and also YouTube. And my album, 1412.
That's available.
That's available now. Also, my 2 new singles, We Are, featuring Stephen Lyons, and then Everybody Else featuring DJ Smiles. That's also on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play. Whatever you buy or stream music is there. And yeah, Keon Torres, I'm not hard to find.
And you already hear it here first. I'm Vega411, Keon Torres.
Too sweet.
And last but not least, make sure you subscribe, like, and follow Vega411. What's going on? There's always a new episode on Monday. Thank you, Keon Torres, for coming out to the show,
Yes, sir,
especially
brother.
playing Heads Up. Even
Hell
though, we were a little bit rocky, but hey, it is what it
Shit
is.
happens,
That's the whole
yo.
point of the game.
Shit happens.
Shit does happen. And thank you everybody for watching Vega411. This is Keon Torres.
Let's
What's going on?
verbalize.
See you guys soon.